Welcome to another episode of RideShare Road Talk, Conversations in Motion, a podcast where we create unfiltered talk space that examines the meaningful lives of my passengers while engaging in personal and topical discussions. I'm your host and driver, John Fondas, and we're cruising the streets of Washington, D.C. Buckle up. Let's drive. You've been in outer space.
Yeah, I was lucky to get to go a couple of times.
Wow. I'm normally not stumped for questions, but I don't even know where to start.
I flew in April of 1997, and we had a major malfunction and had to abort the mission, and we were supposed to be up for 16 days, but we only stayed for 4. It takes 4 days after you go in orbit. You just go around the Earth, but the Earth turns so that you come up farther west each time. It takes 4 days to get back over Florida in the configuration where you can land. And they were getting ready to build the space station, and they said, would you be willing to go again, because we think we're going to be flying people a lot more often, and we want to see if the human body can withstand 2 flights fairly quickly. So 88 days later, we went back and did the full 16-day mission. So I was pretty lucky.
And obviously that's off the shuttle, right? Or one of them.
It's on the Columbia, yeah.
Wow.
Not the one that exploded.
How did that trajectory, pun intended, start? Like, how did that happen? Were you,
Say again?
how did that happen? I mean, were you in the military flying aircraft, and then it
No,
just
I was
turned?
a scientist, and it was a science mission, and I was picked to do the science experiments, some of the science experiments on orbit.
So you went through the same training, obviously, as
Yeah, I tried for, I was 56 almost. I was almost 57 when I finally got to fly. And I started flying when I got out of college, so it took me 30-some years to
wow.
get picked. I'm colorblind, so I didn't qualify for the regular pilot, or I tried to get in the Navy when I was in high school, and I couldn't get in. And I tried the Marines, and they didn't want me. And then I tried the Air Force, and they wouldn't even let me be in the Air Force. I was so colorblind. And I tried for the astronaut for years before I found out that being colorblind disqualified you. But then when I was 40,
I mean, how much color can there be in the vacuum of space?
well,
I
trouble was seeing the red lights and the green lights inside the shuttle.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Then when I was 40, I found out they started a new class of astronauts where you could be colorblind, but it took me 16 years after that to finally get picked. So I was 56.
That's just spectacular. That's amazing. So
My mom taught me to, well, she was sorry she did it, but she taught me to be very persistent or stubborn. She called it.
Never give up.
I mean, that moment when you're strapped in and you're pinned in that seat and those G's start hitting. I mean, my God, man. Like,
I
what?
thought I'd be real scared. And I talked to some of the guys about it, and that had flown, more than once. And I said, aren't you afraid? And they said, well, of course you'd be afraid. You're on 4.5 million pounds of explosive built by the low bidder. If you run away, you're going to be afraid every time you go out in public. You'll meet somebody that comes up and says, hey, I know you. You're that astronaut that ran away. I said, yeah, that'd be embarrassing. And he said, well, and then if you get on there and it's a bad day, you're dead. It's your family's problem. You don't have to worry about it.
And you'll be immortal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I said, well, I don't like putting it on the family, but that's okay. And then we were going out to the launch pad, and I wasn't afraid. And I thought, well, maybe I am a moron. He said I'd be a moron to not be afraid. And
I think that once it's happening, you're just like, okay, it's happening. But that lead up, it had to be just like pucker time for hours, just, having to think about it.
And I thought, well, I've been trying for 30-some years to get picked. I finally get picked. Had all these different jobs, met all these people, done all these things that qualified me to do this or helped me get picked to do this. So if God went to all that trouble to put me on the shuttle today just so he could kill me, he's going to get me no matter where I am. So I was able to take a nap before we took off. We were on our back a couple of hours going through the final checklist, and I felt pretty lucky to be sleepy.
Wow.
Didn't know you back then.
They prep you with anything to kind of calm your nerves, beta blockers, anything like that to kind of calm you down, or?
I guess they would if you wanted them, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay, how does this ride compare to
So,
Columbia? I mean, are we even
A
in the
lot of them
ballpark? I can go a little faster if you want me to, but you
A
know.
bunch of ruts in the road.
a lot of them are kind of, well, the two guys that flew together, one of them said his pulse rate went up to, now you want to stop here and let them out? Y'all want to get out
it's
here?
his car.
Yeah,
And I'll run and get the key.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, one of them's heart rate went up to 120 and the other one went up to 72.
What'd yours go up to? Do you know?
Not much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So are we ending the ride here? Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
excellent.
we're just up there.
Okay, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's lovely chatting with you.
Yeah.
What a privilege. What a privilege.
Roger Crouch. Google him.
Oh, I will. I will.
Tesla.
Wow.
Thank you for listening to this episode of RideShare Road Talk. If you've enjoyed what you've heard, we'd love for you to review the podcast on your favorite listening platform like Apple or Spotify. Your support helps us so much, and don't forget to reach out on Instagram with your feedback or topic suggestions. Until next time, let's drive.